Thanks Undead World Hero Survival for sponsoring this video. For today's experiment, we're going to be putting this to the test. Now I have no idea if it's going to be good, bad, or ugly, but most importantly, is it going to work? Does this tenderize meat? Ever since I started this channel, I've been obsessed with making $1 meat good. And after trying so many different ways to tenderize meat, one stands above them all. It is always the pineapple. You see, pineapple has an enzyme called bromelain. That enzyme breaks down meat, and if you're not careful with it, it can even disintegrate a whole steak. Yeah, I've already done that experiment. And the funny thing about this right here is if you check the ingredients, take a look. Bromelain. So the big question is it going to work? Probably. But will it modify the flavor of the steak? Well, we're going to find out right now and let you know. And the first thing we're going to need is meat. This is an eye round. It is inexpensive, extremely flavorful, but most importantly, it's tough. Real tough. And it has always been my go-to because if I can make this one tender, the flavor is already phenomenal. As you can see, these are beautiful steaks, but it's almost the same thing as chewing on shoe leather. But hey, it's perfect for our experiment. Talking about that, check out the directions. Just before cooking, moisten the surface with water. Sprinkle the tenderizer evenly over the meat. Do not add salt. Pierce the meat with fork at half-inch intervals. Cook immediately. Now hold on one second. This seems like cheating because by piercing the meat, I'm already tenderizing it. But hey, let's follow the directions. As you can see, once I was done, this is what it looks like. And since I had two steaks, I did the same exact thing with the other one, but I did not pierce it. Remember, we want the tenderizer to work, not the piercing. And to make sure that this is really good, I put it against our running champion. And I'm talking about the pineapple. All of the enzymes needed to make it tender is there, and it is 100% natural. None of that artificial stuff. But now that I got the steaks ready, the only thing left to do is to let them rest on my refrigerator for 1 hour. That was perfect because it allows me time to go ahead and make an awesome side dish. And these are some family-style loaded potatoes. They are my favorite. To make them, it's super easy. First thing to do is to sprinkle a little bit of olive oil. Mix it well to make sure every single one of them is coated. Then season them individually with only salt and pepper, nothing else. As you can see, I was quite generous with it. Potato needs seasoning, so make sure you add plenty of it. Once that was done, I threw them in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour. As they were baking, it was perfect because it allows me time to go ahead and jump to the next topping. You cannot make loaded potatoes without bacon. Just cook them until they're nice and crispy and always reserve the bacon fat. Never throw this away. Keep it on a nice jar and use in many recipes. It is like gold. As you can see, once I was done, my bacon was perfectly cooked, nice and crispy, and nothing is burned. And by that time, my potatoes were also ready. They even get a nice crispy skin on the top. Now I just diced them all up in small cubes. I was looking for them to be about 1 inch thick. We want them to have a nice rustic look just like this. As the next thing to do is to melt up some butter, followed by a little bit of garlic paste. Let it fully melt and incorporate together because that's it. All there's left to do now is to assemble it. First, all of those beautiful potatoes we just baked, followed by sour cream. We can't forget about the bacon, the garlic butter we just made, and shredded provolone cheese. Now repeat the process until you run out of all of the ingredients. Because once you have done so, the only thing left to do is stick it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Leave it there until the cheese is fully melted. Because once it's ready, take a look. Add in some green onions right on top, and your home-style loaded baked potato is done. Now that will feed a crowd. And it is absolutely delicious. Highly recommend for eating it with steaks. That was perfect because by this time my steaks were ready. I first took out the pineapple one, washed it off with water, and now it was ready. And here's what they look like side by side. But the most important thing is how do they feel? I can tell you immediately, look at this. The pineapple one is completely disintegrating. Now the one that I pierced with the fork and sprinkled the tenderizer, that one feels tender. But the one that was not pierced, that one is not tender at all. It almost feels like a fresh steak. So now I'm a little skeptical. And since I have more steaks available, I'm following the instructions 100%. This one I'm not gonna let it sit for an hour. That way we're really gonna know if this thing works or not. However, the pineapple one I must season it with salt, but all of the other ones I just added freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. Remember the instructions said no salt, as now the only thing left to do is to cook them up. Because they are $1 steak, I'll definitely be basting them with butter. And first I'll be putting a nice sear, then cooking them until they reach 135 degrees Fahrenheit internally. So now I say it is enough talking and it is time to cook them, so let's do it. Before moving forward, I want to thank today's sponsor, Undead World Hero Survival. Undead World Hero Survival is a free-to-play RPG set in a zombie apocalypse. Playing this game makes me think if I will be able to survive a zombie apocalypse. Ridiculous amount of stakes? Check. Flamethrower? Check. Knives? Super check. Yeah, I think I'll be just fine. In the game, you can fight hordes of zombies, recruit super strong heroes through the gacha summoning system, challenge yourself with brutal trials, and so much more. Let me show you guys my favorite thing to do, and that is to summon heroes. First, let's head over straight to the cantina. Now we hit recruit and wait for the magic to happen. She has a hat on, and that's a really good sign. I cannot wait to see what I get. So far, just a bunch of commons and rares. Oh, Barry looks cool. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. I got an epic hero, Sam. Man, he does look cool. I cannot wait to throw him on my lineup and slay some zombies with him. Enjoy the mini games like the Zombie Express and Midtown for some extra fun. Take part in the all-new event Astra's Secret Lab, which ends February 16, 2022. In this event, players battle Astra's crazy experiments to collect his secret documents. And players can earn even more rewards by climbing the leaderboards. But that's not all, because there are dozens of daily and event missions available to earn even more rewards. New players get 1,000 free diamonds. Plus, if you download and play Undead World Hero Survival on the link below, or scan the QR code you see on the screen, you can get an additional 500 free diamonds. Thank you, Undead World Hero Survival, for sponsoring this video, but now let's get right back to it. All right, everybody, here we have our beautiful steaks. We've done so many experiments with tenderizing at $1 steaks, and you already knows what's up.
Since there's so many, I'm assuming that there's one with pineapple.
Yes, at least your dinner is covered, because there is one with pineapple, okay? If everything else fails. As a matter of fact, look, I have it in my pocket. It's all about this. The tenderizing meat experiment, everybody.
Oh, you got the bromelain.
Bromelain, there you go. Pineapple. They specifically said there, don't put any salt, so I didn't. Enough talking. So we got a lot of experiments to go, a lot of steaks to try. Let's do this. All right.
What's first?
Let's go with this one right here. All right. Smells amazing. That's one of the things with iRound. It is a fantastic tasting steak. We can give it up, yeah? Tasting, it tastes good. Oh. What happened? You're putting steak perfume in your face?
I had to smell it for real, bro.
All right. First one. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Exactly what you would expect from a $1 steak iRound. What do you think, Angel?
Hold on, I'm still chewing.
Nothing else needs to be said. All right, let's go with this one right here. So here's the deal. I think you're gonna recognize this one right away. So let's just go ahead and try it. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh, come on.
Ah, you could tell though. It has that dustiness.
Which one is it?
It's pineapple.
Yes. Here's the thing with pineapple, everybody. Because it's soaked in pineapple. Oh. What happened?
I bit myself.
It's so soft you beat your own mouth? Are you alright, bro?
My God. The thing about the pineapple is it has a great taste, but it does do something to the crust.
It's wet crust, so you don't get a nice caramelization unless you overcook the steak, and that's the last thing we want. By the way, they were all cooked to 135 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, let's go for this one. Let's see how it cuts, Angel. One slice. Ooh. Oh, no. All right, let's see this one right here. Cheers, everybody. I can tell you immediately that it's missing salt.
Don't like it.
Don't like it?
It has an off taste.
I don't know if it tastes bad, but it just... I don't... Huh? No? Not for you?
Not that tender.
Not that tender?
Not tender enough.
Not tender. Hey, it's the bromelain, bro. It's not... Listen, if you are asking if the pineapple does a better job, yes.
It has a flavor I don't like, and the only way I can describe it is when you like have it in your mouth, it feels like... It feels
That's
like...
a good description. I mean, what else do you have to say?
Like when you have to exhale, like...
So here's the deal. This one right here that we just tried, it says to put the meat tenderizer, but then you're supposed to hit it with the fork, and I didn't hit it with the fork. So this one, I did it as intended. Let's see if it's more tender. All right, let's find out. Cheers. Everybody. Oh.
Yeah, like that is softer, yeah.
I don't know if you can tell by my face, everybody, I am not a fan. Hey, we got a side dish to clean it up. Let's try the side dish now. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah. That cleaned that up beautifully.
This is a good one.
Very nice. Highly recommend.
I guess we gotta continue, huh?
Here's the deal. This one, I cook it exactly like the directions. Maybe
so
the directions
is made
right.
as intended.
Exactly. All right, let's try it. Let's see if it's still as nasty as the other ones. Cheers, everybody.
It is very tender.
You should follow the directions, everybody. It is much more tender and doesn't taste that bad now. It's just missing salt.
It does.
It does, but it's missing salt. You're missing the salt. That's what it is, bro. You're missing the salt. You know what? I'm gonna get some salt. Hold on. It's not that bad, Emilio.
It is that bad. It's actually 100% that bad.
It definitely needs salt, so I don't know why the instruction says no salt, but let's try it. All right, let's find out now as intended with a little bit of salt. Cheers.
I'm still not rocking with it, bro.
I'll tell you one thing, for me at least, in my opinion, the pineapple does a better job, but this one here, if you use it as intended, it's okay. I think this is a great application for like stir fry and other things because you have a sauce and it goes along with it. As a regular steak, I wouldn't recommend it. Definitely stick with the pineapple. It is still the best way to tenderize steak. Anyway, guys, these are the results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in anything I use, everything's always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.